Greetings, entities and guardians. My name is HyperHimes, and welcome back to Kick Around OvenBreak, where, if you're wondering, yes, we're going to attempt hard mode because I knew eventually that we had the plumbing do this. Why? Well, let's be honest. There's nothing else. Like, genuinely, we beat the entirety of the store. It's about to turn 8. Well, that's nice. Anyway, sorry, I just had to check that out for a moment. But anyway, we're going to be attempting hard mode, and how I usually do these hard mode videos is I tend to run with 4 cookies, which are basically the cookies listed down here. One is Shitong Cookie. Not Xitang, it's Shitong. Then Leek Cookie, then Flat Tofu, then Cherry Blossom. I'm kind of surprised how Flat Tofu got a little bit of representation, but I love Cherry Blossom's, point being here. It's just great. Now, of course, it really wants me to upgrade you, so, I have a lot of cookie potions, honestly. So I could just do this, and then, yeah, one more, and then, boost you up. Because, at this point, it probably wants me to max you out, so where is my love? Still one of the most tragic cookies in my opinion, which is very sad. But you're still going to require a few crystals, so I'll just buff up you with those. Yeah, oh, okay, I got free gifts. Nice. Bam. I should actually claim those gifts, I gotta be honest. Those would be nice to have. Take those, and now the cookie and pet are now maxed up. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be running once with Shitong Cookie, once with Leek Cookie, once with Flat Tofu, and once with Cherry Blossom. I'm surprised how I'm running with Cherry Blossom of all things, but you know what? That's how the plumbing thing is. So, what I at least want to try and do also is I at least want to try and get enough points where I can actually get all the secret abilities unlocked, and by secret abilities I mean normal abilities. And once I do that, hopefully, at least I'm praying that can I get the jade rings, by the way? Just like once? I'm looking for like one upgrade. That's the sugar X. I'm looking for the jade ring. Okay, I got one. Sorry, I just like it's so close to level 11. And oh my gosh, it's so close to level 12, but I can't really do anything else about that, but yeah, it's whatever. It's the best I could do for right now. But I want to make sure that I get all of those, so I can also have access to the secret task, and also true hard mode, which I usually like calling it as of recently, where you can run with an actual combi, which combi meaning you run one cookie, and then you can run with another cookie behind you. But let's immediately start this off with Shitong Cookie, because I gotta make sure that I just get this already done, because, I want to make sure that I actually have videos upload for today. I'm feeling decently productive after doing a few things, so I'm very happy. So now, let's lock in, much like how Dark House Cookie said in that one video. We gotta go ahead and lock in and get our points for this one. Oh yeah, I forgot I have my skill. Completely forgot. Anyway, I don't think we need to use it exactly yet. Like, I forget, like, right there is actually a good place to use it. Heck, maybe I would say here's too good, but then again, we can't also just pass up on a few jellies, so it's not the worst thing in the world. I think later on, like, that, not too bad. Okay, there we go. I do like how after the skill, you can, like, do a few multiple jumps, like, right after even your magic candy, works. Like, it doesn't just have to do with the skill. What I mean is, like, after the magic candy works, you could still, like, jump a few times, because it's really helpful. Anywho, I'm making sure that I get this done. I have to literally go to, like, the chiropractor, and I think, like, well, like, I missed that. That was my bad. I don't know why. I was just thinking, like, oh, I can make that jump in time. I did not make that jump in time. Thank everything that this is not a thing where I need to get L rank, but then again, I also got to make sure that I don't mess up on this opportunity because, well, I still need all the plumbing points for, like, getting the missions done. Like, if I don't, that's going to be real sad. Okay, nice small little jump. Oh, my mouth. Ugh. God, there was like a little hair there. I hate it when that happens. I don't know why. There's just sometimes hairs in my mouth. I mean, it probably has to do with my plumbing long hair, but you know what? Let's say that's not the excuse. Let's just say that's not it, just in case. Oh, thank you for that. Anyway, let's keep on moving forth. I do have an idea for some videos I want to do in the future. Especially, I actually may have an idea for a short that I want to post today, but I want to make sure I get Kick Around Kingdom also recorded. But I do have I need a couple OvenBreak videos recorded first, at the very least, because if I don't get these done, then I'm not going to have, like, good stockpiles of videos prepared. So, that'll be very sad. I gotta make sure I gotta get my distance going with these magic candy skills, because look at that. Yep. Come on. Big leap. Try and get a bunch of leaps down. Can I have access to one more magic candy skill? And by magic candy skill, I mean like one more skill activation. I think I can. It's really close. And if I just don't get hit, then I'll be fine. Perfect. Alright, even though I didn't do too well, because I think I missed out on some jellies, especially I missed out on the one skill jelly. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's not the worst run. But I do have, like, if anyone's wondering... by the way, shout out, I thought the rings were part of the skill, I almost got upset. But, shout out, like, there was actually, like, somewhat of a boost in memories that we got, where, like, we went from 2 to, like, 4 for a while. I know for a while I've been saying it's like 3, but like I'll be honest, I was kind of embarrassed to like expose that we went down because I didn't want to seem like, oh, you're losing relevancy, because I kind of had that fear where like people will make fun of that. And it's not that I don't care for audience. Here's the thing, I deeply care. I'm just scared of what people might insinuate, because I've legit seen comments where it's like, oh man, this only has like a few views when it first uploaded, you fell off. Sometimes it hurts. But for now, let's get a couple of those. We didn't even get any of those. Well, I mean, I know it's always a start, but my gosh, we have so much to go. We only made step 5. Oh my lord. My loads and my loins. Is there any better treasure I could use? Cheese pickaxe, goblet, and red carpet. I should probably put that on then. So goblet and the cheese pickaxe. So let's slap that on. I don't even know why I need to upgrade the treasure. But you know what? Let's move on to the second cookie, being Leek Cookie, which Leek Cookie does indeed have a new costume as of recently, but also you're not. Let's boost you up just for the banter. Bam. I'm using a lot of these cookie potions, but you know what? It's better. All right. The cookie and the pet are both upgraded to its max potential. I accidentally clicked out of that. Sorry, you didn't see nothing. I'm not going to buy the lobby. Anyway, they're up to their full potential, and now we can go ahead and run. So, I didn't expect the best. In fact, if anything, I do expect myself is messing up a lot, because I remember I have to do this during a skill. And surprisingly, it's a little bit more tricky for me to remember, considering doing that gets me more points. It gives me more points by like a couple 100,000, and it may not seem like much, but trust me, those points will stack up. And I will say that anytime I need to, but like, I desperately need to like expose that. You gotta make sure that you can do whatever you can just to make sure you get points. I did just finish and uploaded a video about Trophy Survival, which I actually think that game is a lot more fun to record, especially for like the people viewing the video when, you know, stakes seem a little bit more high. I know it seems silly for me to like panic over something like Trophy Survival out of all things, but I'm just saying out of the fact of the matter that, you know, people getting stressed is a lot more funny for people to view. Like, I know it sounds like very sad to say, but it's the flipping truth. Like, if you're a little bit more scared, then that's gonna cause like people to go like, oh wow, okay, we gotta lock in. This is the part where the video's starting to get intense. And I know people don't do this as much with like, you know, Cookie Run as they do with like, oh come on. How the pleb did I get hit right there? Well, there's no way I'm going to be able to complete all these plumbing missions. I could reset, but I already used my skill twice. It's like one of my worst hard mode videos. But then again, that could just be me, like, not playing the game for like a little bit of time, and I'm just like, oh, okay, well, I'm back. Oh, for some reason, I suck again. Why is that? Like, I don't know the answer already. Anywho, I definitely need to record some Kingdom. Like, for some reason, I had this, like, momentum, like, oh, I'm going to record some Kingdom today. Not really. Then again, I really didn't get the chance, only just because I was going to record Kingdom yesterday, but I had an eye doctor appointment. I already stated that, but luckily, after today, I should have my schedule cleared for a little bit of time. I'm pretty sure, at least. So, we should be all good and set up. In fact, there is a cool video I want to try uploading, which I actually recorded a long while ago, before I got my new phone for, like, you know, the holidays. But I just want to see if I can get that uploaded. And also heavily, it'll definitely take some time to edit, but everyone should be, you know, liking that. By the way, as of recently, I did upload the short where it was like, what was it? It was like, oh, pause here to try and find Gingerbread. People really seem to enjoy that short. Like, I'm not even just saying that for the sake of like, you know, oh, people like the short because I knew it would do well. Like, I knew it would do decent, but like not as well as my other shorts. But like, I think it was because of the fact that, by the way, I'm about to run out of energy right there. I could have probably gotten at least like one more skill done if I didn't plumbing get hit. But it was also, especially on TikTok, like, yeah, sure, it didn't get as many views as other shorts, but the thing is, it got so many comments because on TikTok, you can do this feature where you can screenshot, like, your comment and reply with images and then post it in the comments, which I think is a really cool thing, like, something peak that TikTok does. Anyway, look at this. We actually have skills that we can use and more skills that we can use. We made it from step 4 or 5 to step 12. Leek Cookie coming in clutch. Anyway, now we have access to a lot of things. We can go down here for life harvesting, but also we have access to level 2 slash, where we can go to Unbloom Flower, 8,500 points for all jellies, Falling Petals, all slash create 1 additional flower petal jelly, or down here where it's Reopen Wounds, 150,000 points for destruction, and Broken Hearts. Creates 3 additional flower petal jellies, which I guess I'll opt for the points since I have 2 of these rubies, since the 1 slash, considering I need a lot of those to be done with, should help. So, are we... Okay, 15 and 20 are our next big goals. Now, I kind of do have hope with Flat Tofu, only just because they have, they're a little bit more of a recently released cookie, and by recently released, I mean, like, only just a few updates before, like, Longan or something, or after Longan, something like that. But I can tell you is that they have to, he's got some usage. I appreciate that. One of my favorite, like, underrated characters, personally. Like, because personally, I prefer flat tofu over starch noodle, but that's not me trying to disrespect starch noodle at all. I think both characters are great. I just, you know, wizardly sort of characters that are also, like, kind of professionals, but are also somewhat, like, nerdy in a sense, they're just cool in my eyes. I mean, we nearly got 100 million points just from running, like, after the skill primarily, which is already an amazing start. I will say it is a little bit tricky to go through some parts of this level, not as Shitong, primarily just because you don't get the magic candy, so you can't just, like, leap and just skip past a bunch of stuff. But I'm pretty sure our skill does get recharged quite often, while I don't remember the magic candy. At the very least, this trial, or this level, will help us actually test out some of our new skills, which gives us even more points than before. Which I don't think collecting these things are too much of a tricky thing to do. All we need to do is just rattle them up, chuck them across, and bam. And I can get that for some extra pink bear jellies. So I think so far this might be our best runner, as long as we don't get hit. But then again, watch me immediately get hit as I say that. I'm just waiting for it to happen. Okay, luckily it didn't immediately happen, but yeah, you never know what could end up happening. By the way, that pet just goes crazy, like... How crazy you gotta be, you creature. Alright, now we've made it here. We have a few more points than we did with Leek Cookie. By few, I mean like a few million, which may not seem like much, but in the long scheme of things, always helps. But I think what I definitely need to do at some point is I need to get back into the vibe of streaming. Like, genuinely. I want to stream, like, not only just Witch's Castle, but I need to finish Silksong, but I really want to stream Tower of Adventures, because the sad thing is I would love to make more content based around Tower of Adventures. Here's a big issue, though. I can't find time to with everything that's going on in both Kingdom and OvenBreak. And, like, it's not that I can't be like, oh, well, just, like, upload a third video about Cookie Run in Tower of Adventures or Witch's Castle or something like that. I definitely could. And that'd actually be pretty cool. Big problem is that there's, like, so much going on in all the games. And also, it's the fact that, like, I also kind of do upload 3 times a day, sometimes when it's, like, short reliable. Because you may be wondering, from what I heard, apparently I can upload 3 times a day. I can upload more than 3 times a day, no doubt about that. But the thing is, if I were to do that, then that means, like, it won't get pushed out to sub boxes, which means if I do post, no one will be notified about it after the 3rd time. So sometimes there'll be, like, posts in general. So it could be an upload, a short, a stream, a community post, anything like that. But after 3 times, I don't think YouTube's going to be like, oh, well, we can't push this out anymore because you already posted 3 times a day. At least that's one of my old YouTube friends told me about. By the way, was that 19? There's no way that's enough to get everything, right? There's no way. Okay, it's so close, though. But we do get a lot of gems out of that. So we can have access. Well, we're probably just going to get this then. We have Doe's Limit, which is plus 20 energy, and also Rampage. Blast mode for every 210 flower petal jellies created by That sounds so good. It's probably better than, like, I know down here is, like, Magnetism level 2, but you don't really need that unless if you get really good, or if there's, like, some certain mission you need it for, and also Gluttony. Giant mode for every 210 flower petal jelly. So, Giant mode or Blast mode? I can't get the Blast mode, so I will get the extra energy, which should hopefully help Cherry Blossom with her endeavors, because we're going to need her. Do I have any sort of costume for Cherry Blossom? I have all 3. Ooh, you look beautiful in both those costumes. Well, I gotta go for this one because it just looks so cute and adorable on you, which of course I need to buff this up. Of course, there's that and that. Pet is now maxed out. All these pets are basically maxed out, so I don't need to worry about a single thing as of right now. Alright. One more run. One more run. Run more one. One more and we're all set with this. Hopefully, all we need is literally just like a few missions done, and considering how it's based around Cherry Blossom, and also we do have the extra energy, this should hopefully be a little bit of a breeze. I'm praying at least, because if not, then I'm scared. I'm scared. Cherry Blossom was literally able to dodge White Peach Cookie's own poisonous assault just by liking picnics. Are you kidding me? Which I think I know what I'm pretty sure I mentioned this before, but I think I know what short I want to upload today specifically. It's not Cookie Run game related, but it's still like pretty important in regards to Cookie Run as a whole, especially for the content that I make. Yeah, I know my content is the most important thing in regards to Cookie Run, but I'm just saying, oh, actually we will be able to run for a decent amount considering our pet does give us a decent amount of energy because, you know, it drops those potions, so we can run for a nice amount of time, especially with the extra energy skill that we got. But yeah, yeah, keep an eye out for that. No worries. It'll probably most likely be uploaded by the time I'm already, you know, making this. So you ain't gotta worry. But I want to make sure that I get that talked about, because it wasn't the fact that, like, it was a struggle for me to, like, make that short, or the short that I'm currently talking about. It's more like, I want to make sure that I'm not breaking any rules, and trust me, you'll understand what I mean after the video gets uploaded. But even just to be sure, I'm not even going to talk about that in this video. I will be happy and prepared to talk about it the moment that this, like, video, like, the short gets done. Like, genuinely. We are getting less points, but we already do have 8 missions completed, which, never mind, 9 missions completed, which I'm hoping is a little bit more than enough for what we need. Which makes me wonder, what would be the best cookies here? Never mind, 11! Okay, slowly, and we're about to get 12 right here if we just get a couple million more points. Oh my gosh, look at all those coins. Oh, look at all the pink bear jellies. 90, and then peak, okay. And we're about to get a couple more right here because of all our energy. Never mind, 13. We're getting so many! Cherry Blossom being like the peak of all missions here. Here we go. Nice. Alright, let's go ahead and collect all these. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 15 missions. Buckaroo. Got some extra yellow bear jellies right there. 16! We're so close on, like, you know, our big max for, like, missions. Which, oh! Nice amount of yellow bear jellies right there. Just a few more to get 17. Perfection. Oh, I wonder if we can. Can we actually get the big 18? The big 18. Yes. No, not, okay, well, I mean, what am I saying? 19 is now what we got. Oh, I get all those. I think our skill can activate one more time, which will be absolutely beautiful. Peak, yes. We got the big 20. Oh, can we actually get... Oh, that's a lot of speed. 22? Oh, I'm about to run out of energy. Oh. Was that the that wasn't our best, right? I don't think that was our best, but that was still so many and 22 missions. That has to be more than enough. That has to be. I'd be surprised if it wasn't. Look at all those silver coins, gold coins, and rainbow coins. Come on. Yeah, that's more than enough. Beautiful. We also got magnetism level 2 and also gluttony. So, now we have access to also level 3 slash, which, one slash activates 10 times, enters level 3. It's enhanced the flower mark. And following slashes and all following slashes slash the surrounding 3 times. Well, I guess this is still appropriate, and, I guess I'll opt for destruction. Sure, considering it's, like, you know, the best thing that you could have. Now they're all filled out. So, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and end the video right here, because I gotta go ahead and grind, because these secret tasks, collect lots of flower petal jellies with Shiong Cookie. I guess it makes sense. Destroy lots of obstacles with Leek Cookie. I guess that also makes sense. Collect lots of jellies with flat Tofu Cookie. Alright, and then find the hidden talisman jelly at the altar of destruction incarnate, which means you most likely gotta go far. So maybe it has something to do with running with Xitang with the pets. Probably this, because it gives the most amount of energy. Like, doesn't this give energy too? It's either... No. I know you give energy. But, okay, well, potion. But, like, don't also you give energy? No, that's destruction. Maybe it's thinking someone else. This gives energy for sure. This also gives energy. A lot of options for energy right there, but now it's all about distance, because Xitang, good for the extra bounces, but I guess Yugwa is also really good just for the speed that you get. Or actually, Cherry Cola, you get some immense speed, so either that, Xitang with a magic candy, or Taurus, considering these are all, like, very like, some of them are nice destruction bait, like Yugwa, Cherry Cola, Taurus, Leek. There's definitely some good ones for destruction here, but with that being said, I'll go ahead and, like, try and unravel all this in my off time. But with that being said, if you enjoy the video, then please be sure to leave a like on it, and also share the video with your friends if you enjoy my Cookie Run content. And if you enjoy my content in general, then subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified of whatever I do in the future. And down below in the description, you can see links to all my social media down in my card website below in the description. We're all plebs. You can become a member for $1 a month by becoming a pleb, and also you can buy my merchandise at the pleb market. But above all else, I'll see you entities and guardians in the next video. Hit the Hypenese. I want to give a big shout out to the plebs, aka the members who are supporting the things that I do, being Eduardo Pimentel, Casual Gaming, Jojo Sands, and Wavy Plays Games. Thank you all so much for all of the love and support, and I'm hoping that we can keep on going forward together.